12 years old and I've just posted my third video. I go to bed so excited for the next morning. It feels like Christmas Eve, like I'm gonna wake up to the presence of thousands of subscribers and millions of views. I wake up at 6 o'clock the next morning because I'm so excited. I go and check my YouTube Studio app and I've gotten 2 views, and one of them was from me right now. I'm crushed, I'm broken. How could this happen? We pretty much only seek success. And like my younger 12-year-old self, I expected that it would be overnight. I had put in 2 videos before that. My third video, I had an idea. I didn't record a couple takes. I only did 1 take, and I had a little bit of an idea in my head. I didn't have a script, but I just went for it. And I thought, this is how everybody gets successful. It's just overnight. It's just quick. It's just easy. That's how it worked. That's because my view and my perspective was so clouded. We only see overnight success, and so we think that we're just going to get overnight success really quickly. But I like to think of success like a mountain of pebbles. Like, imagine that each video you make is a pebble, like a pebble on a stone mountain. With each pebble, your mountain gets bigger and bigger and bigger. This is the mountain. The mountain gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And as you're building your mountain, these opportunities, these giant rocks are flying past you, flying past you, flying past. And as you build your mountain and you get more experience and you get better, then you're more likely to get hit by an opportunity by this rock. And so you're more easily able to capitalize on that and to have your whole mountain fall on that and take advantage of all the success. But imagine you only had a couple pebbles, and you could still get hit by that rock and that opportunity, but you don't have all that built up success and all that built up pebbles to form this mountain to collapse onto that success and take full advantage of it. Success takes thousands of these pebbles to build this mountain that can finally get hit by that one opportunity and capitalize on that. And so we have to change our view and perspective of success and realize it's not going to take an overnight success, it's going to take years. And that's what this video is about. Let's get into it. With this video, I really wanted the point of it to just be like, I want to dismiss this notion in your brain of becoming successful overnight or even this year or even next year. I want you to change your mind and change your focus and always come back and think of this video when you're grinding. You've been grinding for days, you've been grinding for a year, 2 years, and you think, why am I not successful yet? I want you to remember this video and change your perspective and just think, one day I'll get it, but it may take years, it may take decades, but one day, if I stay in this game long enough, I'll get it and I will win, and all the pebbles that I've built will collapse onto this rock of opportunity and I'll become successful. But it will not take months, days, even a couple of years. It will take 5 years, 10 years, decades. But if I keep putting one foot in front of the other and I keep showing up and I keep performing no matter what, then one day I'll become successful. I want you to come back to this video and remember that, and think about this video every time you're feeling down and you feel like you've put in all the hard work but you're not being recognized for it and you're not seeing the success that you should. Just remember that keep building those pebbles, keep putting in those days and those hours of work and preparation, so that one day when that opportunity comes, you can fully take advantage of it and keep building. I just want to read off a couple of these short little numbers to you on the average amount of videos for YouTubers it takes to get the average amount of subscribers. It's pretty crazy, and it will really put into perspective how many years you have to put in to become successful if you've just put in the hard work and the pebbles, and finally one day that opportunity meets a rock. Obviously, you can get lucky and hit it before that, and you may have put in a couple of these pebbles and then the rocks just keep hitting you, but for most of us, it will take an average amount of pebbles for the rock to finally hit us and for us to become successful. Let's get into these numbers. So the first one is 1,000 to 10,000 subscribers, and that on average takes 152 videos. So if you want 1,000 to 10,000 subscribers, you gotta be willing to put in 152 videos. Say you're making 60 videos a year, it would take you 3 years to reach 1,000 to 10,000 subscribers. Just building these pebbles and just waiting for that opportunity to hit you. It would take you 3 years to hit 1,000 to 10,000 subscribers. The next one is 10,000 to 100,000 subscribers, and that takes 418 videos, which would be 8 years. So 10,000 to 100,000 subscribers, be prepared to be on here. I'm prepared to be on here for 8 years, just coming and putting one foot in front of the other before I reach 10,000 to 100,000 subscribers for 8 years before I reach that, just building these pebbles and waiting for that opportunity to strike so I can take full advantage of it. These years are based on if you release 1 video a week plus a couple, which is 60 videos a year. That's what I'm basing these numbers on. Obviously, you could get 152 videos released within half of a year, but if you're gonna do it like once a week like I am, it will take the number of years that I'm telling you right now. Alright, 100,000 to 1,000,000 subscribers is 1,171 videos, which would take 22 and a half years if you're releasing 60 videos a year. 22 and a half years before I'm gonna hit 100,000 to 1,000,000 subscribers. Hopefully I'll hit it before that and get lucky, but I'm prepared to be here for 22 and a half years, just posting, putting one foot in front of the other, and releasing these videos for 22 and a half years before I find that success. Alright, 1,000,000 subscribers, 1,000,000 subscribers plus takes 3,873 videos of hard work and pebble building before that opportunity hits you. It takes 3,873 videos before you'll hit 1,000,000 subscribers. Wow, that's like 50 years of posting every week on YouTube without seeing any results. I can post every day for 50 years without seeing any results. I probably will see results before that, but imagine if you could. Imagine if we could both have this mindset of just building these pebbles without ever seeing our results until finally one day, decades in the future, we can see our results. And that leads me on to my next point. It's a quote by Alex Hormozi. It's one of my favorites. It's, if you can wait 90 days, you can win. If you can wait a year, you can win big. If you can wait a decade, you can be the best. If you can wait a lifetime, you can change the world. And I just think that we need to shift our perspective of success and how long it will take to decades, not even to years, not even to months, not even to days. It shouldn't be an overnight success. It should be an overnight year success, like years, every single night, putting in, grinding for years and years and years before we see any success. And if we have that mindset, then any success that comes before that is just a nice little bonus. But we were prepared to be doing this for decades, so it wouldn't even matter if we got that success or if we didn't, because we're prepared to do this forever. It takes the average business, like entrepreneurial venture, 2 to 3 years before they start making money. 2 to 3 years. That would be the minimum base I want you and me to have in our minds for when we should start seeing a little bit of success. 2 to 3 years of hard work and dedication, day after day, week after week, month after month, before we slowly start to see this pinwheel of success start to roll on its own without us pushing and grinding it every single day. 2 to 3 years should be the basis. I'm thinking more like 5 to 10 years is what we should have in our minds of how long it will take. And if you want to be crazy, I want to be crazy. I like to go extreme. 10 years, decades, however long it will take, I'll keep coming and recording these videos and keep putting one foot in front of the other. And I think you should have that mindset too, because if we have that mindset, then we can never lose. Every opportunity that comes, every stone that hits us, it's just a little bonus. But we're prepared to do this forever, no matter the results or the outcome. Expand your horizon. It's not an overnight success. It's an over years success. It's an over decade success even. Expand your horizons. Average business makes most of its money 10 plus years into it. So if we're not prepared to be in a business for 10 plus years, don't get into it, because you're not going to make that much money. You're not going to see the significant results of your time and effort. But if you're willing to be here for 10 years, then for sure go for it, and for sure start that job, that YouTube channel, that business, whatever it is for you. If you're prepared to be there for 10 years, and you know this is what you want to do, then go for it, and you will become the best and the greatest that job, that business has ever seen. Because you're not doing it for the results. You're doing it for the internal motivation, knowing this is something I love to do, and this is my passion, and I could do it forever without seeing any results. There are around 114 million YouTube channels, and only 321,000 of those YouTube channels ever reach 100,000 subscribers. That is 0.28157% of people who have YouTube channels that actually make it to 100,000 subscribers. Imagine if we have this mindset of just to keep going and keep going and keep going and keep grinding, then 100,000 subscribers is at 1,071 videos. That would be 22 years. You can see why most people wouldn't make it there. That's 22 years. If you're posting one video a week, 22 years of grinding without seeing any result. Only 321,000 ever grind that long. Or, well, most people hit it before that, but imagine if you're just building these pebbles. We're talking about just building these pebbles. And one day that opportunity comes and hits you. It may hit you before that when you've built a little mountain. It may hit you in the middle, or it may hit you at this amount. This is the average. Some people hit it after that, but we have to be here for years, decades, not for months or days. I want you to imagine the graph of success like a pinwheel. A pinwheel is very hard to get it going, and for years, it's gonna feel like nothing's happening, and day in and day out, you're just pushing it and grinding and hoping that one day it'll start rolling on its own, and then after a couple years, 3 years, it starts to move on its own, but you're still pushing it. And then after 5 years, it's almost rolling on its own. You maybe put a hand in now and then every week or so. But then after 10 years, the pinwheel's going so fast that you have to sprint to keep up with it. And you could almost like make a little chair and sit on top of it. That's what I imagine in my mind. And the pinwheel's just rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. And you have to think and look back to your younger self 10 years ago. 10 whole years ago, and say thank you for pushing this pinwheel every single day for 3 years, 5 years, without seeing any results, so that finally I can sit on top of this pinwheel and have it roll me wherever I want it to go. And I'm just so grateful for my younger self and thankful for my younger self that they put in those hours of hard work and dedication without seeing any results, and just kept putting in that work and that progress for that pinwheel, knowing that one day that they would be sitting on top of that pinwheel and saying thank you to them right now for putting in that work every single day. So imagine yourself right now. Think about your future self riding on top of that glory that you've built for them in 10 years, 20 years, and think, I want to be there one day, but I know that I have to grind and put in the work every single day, or else it's not going to happen. Think about your future self. Envision them if you put in all this hard work right now. Think about how good your life could be if you sacrifice for 5 years, 10 years, without seeing any results. Know that one day it will work out, and one day you'll be sitting on top of that pinwheel with all of your success, and be so thankful for yourself right now. The graph of success is going to look like something like this. Like, it's flat for 3 years, and then maybe you start to see some sort of change, and then you hit 5 years, it starts to go up, and then 8 years it starts to turn, and then 10 years it's just straight up and down. But the graph, for 5 years, you didn't see any of the results. It's not going to be a straight up and down graph like this. It's going to be a curved graph that goes like this. You have to think about the pinwheel and your future self and putting in that hard work for 5 years, for 10 years, without seeing any of the results. And then finally, one day the pinwheel gets rolling and you can start to ride it, feel those results, and thank your younger self. Lastly, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. I hope it expanded your horizons and changed your point of view. I hope that you can think in years, not days. Overnight success is just a thing of the past. We have to think of over years of night success. Over years of night success. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this changed your perspective and really put into perspective how long it takes to become successful, and really helped you to know that you can become successful, but you have to be in this for a long time without seeing any results. Thank you for watching, and remember, you can't change your life until you change what's in here. You got this. Oh yeah, guys, I also just want to show you my professional recording setup. So my phone sits right here. As you can see, that's the angle that all you guys are used to, but this helmet blocks the sun from hitting my phone right there. But yeah, success takes a long time, and you're not going to see the results, and you got to be prepared to make do with what you have. This is my professional grade setup. But yeah, keep putting in the work, and one day you'll get the success you want.